Hi everyone, I welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself Ashok, Assistant Professor in the Department of Commerce, and I am working in KCS Kasinagar College of Arts and Science. So this is the continuation video of Income Tax Law and Practice 2. So in this video, I am going to teach how to find out the tax liability of an individual. So which is nothing but the assessment of an individual. Based on the sum, I am going to explain how to find out the tax liability for an individual. So this sum is being taken from Income Tax Law and Practice, the publication for the book Margam publication, T Nagar Chennai. The name of the author T.S. Reddy and Hari Prasad Reddy. The sum number is 19 and the page number 14.48. So let us see the sum. What is given in the sum? Calculate the tax liability of Mrs. Sujata, whose age below 60, from the particulars given below. So based on the following information, you have to find out the tax liability of Mrs. Sujata, and her age was below 60. So the first information was he is receiving an income from salary rupees 3,50,000. Then he has on property. So the income from property is rupees 74,000, and he has received an income from other source like dividend, interest, and other kind of sources. Okay, then unpublished income, family planning, like that. So that from the head of income from other source, she got rupees 1,50,000, and she has donated to the National Defence Fund of rupees 8,000. So based on this information, we have to find out the tax liability of Mrs. Sujata. So solution for the problem. So here we have to show the heading like that. So computation of taxable income and tax liability of Mrs. Sujata for the assessment year is 2021 2020-2021 and the previous year of 2019-2020. So here we are going to see that what is her total income, then how much of tax she has to be paid to the government. So let's see how was the sum is being worked out at. The first information was income from salary rupees 3,50,000. So here standard deduction is applicable. From the assessment year 1920, it was 40,000. After that, they have increased the amount of standard deduction of salary at rupees 50,000. So standard deduction is being deducted from salary under section 16 subsection 1A. So after that standard deduction, the net salary is rupees 3 lakh. Income from salary house property is rupees 74,000. Then she got another source of income, which is income from other source. So in income tax there are 5 gets of income. So salary, house property, income, profit and gains of business or profession, and capital gain and other source of income. But she got only 3 source of income. So that 3 source of income alone has been explained in this video. So after that we are find out in the gross total income of all the 3 gets, which means that salary, house property, other source. The salary in total is 3 lakh, then house property income is 74,000, then income from other source is 1,50,000. The total gross total income is 5,24,000. After find outing the gross total income, after that we have to deduct the certain deductions under section 80C to 80U, which is applicable for all the individual HUF, company, AOP, BOI. So that she is also donated to the National Defence Fund, so which is eligible for deduction under section 80G. So which was not given, but please note down that. So donation to National Defence Fund, it is coming under 80G donation. Okay, so in 80G there are 3 categories of donation. One is 100% deductible donation, second one is 50% deductible donation, then after restricted donation. But donation to National Defence Fund, it is eligible for 100% deductible under section 80G. So it was completely deducted from gross total income. After that, so here our gross total income is 5,24,000. So rupees 8,000 is being deducted from the 80G deduction. Then after she got a net or taxable income is rupees 5,16,000. So here I have shared the slab rate, which was already I have covered in the previous video. Anyway, I'll tell you. So this slab rate or tax structure is applicable to the individual HUF, AOP and BOI. So this slab rate is for the assessment year is 2020, 2021 and the previous year or financial year of 2019, 2020. Okay, yes ma'am. So taxable income. Suppose if individual total income, cross total income or taxable income is up to rupees 2,50,000, he no need to pay tax to the government. Then if she earned the income between 2,50,000 to 5,00,000, then he has to pay 5% tax. Then after, if individual taxable income is 5,00,000 to 10,00,000, 20% tax to be paid. Then after, the last one, if taxable income is more than rupees 10,00,000, 30% of tax rate is being applicable. So let us apply the tax structure. So Mrs. Sujata total taxable income is rupees 5,16,000. So okay, so based on this tax structure, here I have applied. So taxable income, tax rate and tax liability. So her total income is rupees 5,16,000. So as per tax structure, up to rupees 2,50,000 there is no tax, though. So that I have stated that tax liability was nil. See that? So tax liability was nil. Then if her total income is 2,50,000 to 5,00,000, so obviously her total income is up to 5,00,000, 5,16,000. So which is coming under 2,50,000 to 5,00,000. So the difference between 2,50,000 to 5,00,000 is at 2,50,000. So that 5% of tax rate is being applicable. So 2,50,000 into 5% is equal to 12,500. So this is the tax liability for 2,50,000. Then after, if he's earned a tax, if her taxable income is 5,00,000 to 10,00,000, so her income is 5,16,000. So after that 5,00,000 to 5,16,000 has to be compared. Please be clear that 5,00,000 to 5,16,000 only has to be compared, because her taxable income is 5,16,000. So 5,00,000 to 5,16,000 difference is 16,000. So 5,00,000 to 10,00,000, 20% tax rate is applicable. So difference of 16,000 has to be find out the tax. So 16,000 into 20 divided by 100 is equal to 2,500 is applicable. Then after, about 10 lakhs, 30%. So her income is related to 5 lakh. Taxable income is 5,16,000. So about 10 lakh is not applicable. So it is a nil value. I have not mentioned, but please note down that it is a nil value. Then so total tax on her income. So which means that her total income is 5,16,000. For this income, he has to pay the tax rupees 15,700 rupees. Okay. So after that, we have to add the health and education cess at rupees 4%. So in the previous video also I have stated that health and education cess was collected by the government for some specific purpose. Okay, until the purpose for collecting the fund is being over, then after they are going to be stop that cess. Otherwise they are going to be continued this cess. Okay, so health and education cess is being calculated at 4%, which is on tax. So 15,700 it is already tax. So health and education cess is being calculated tax on tax. So this is our tax. So for this tax 4% is being applicable. So that 15,700 into 4%, which is equal to 628. So finally we got the tax liability. So this is already tax. Now education and health and education cess also to be added to this. So total tax liability is 16,228. Okay, so So that Mrs. Sujata rupees 16,328 has to be paid as tax liability for the previous year, for the assessment year 2020-2021. In the month of after the filing of her return, she has to pay 16,228 to the us government. Thank you for watching my video. I think so you have all understood about how to find out the tax liability for an individual. So this is small sum. So in the next video I'll conclude in the large sums. Okay, thank you students.